Should fireworks be legal in Illinois? It's something that's around this time we got to debate it, right? And hear from you at 217-629-7970. Should fireworks be legal in the state of Illinois? Now, apparently you can go out and buy sparklers and snakes and those little tanks that you light the fuse and then it just spits some sparklers. But those aren't the big cannons, right? That you can launch, and it's got the just glorious display in the sky of all the colors. And I tell you, I grew up in the suburbs of St. Louis in Missouri, right? St. Charles, St. Peter's. Every 4th of July, we would get grosses of bottle rockets, right? Not just the one pack. No, you got the, what was in a gross? Like 12? 12 packages of bottle rockets. And I'm not condoning this. And I don't think that anybody should let their children do this. All right, I was kind of a latchkey kid, but we would have bottle rocket wars. I learned it from my older brothers, who are 10 and 11 years older than me. But we would have bottle rocket wars where you'd get a Roman candle and, it would be spent. You already blasted that off. And then you would use the Roman candle. Again, I probably shouldn't tell people how to do it, but yeah, it's duh. And then you put the bottle rocket in there, and you get your punk, and then you'd light and then you'd go around and you'd shoot it, and we'd have bottle rocket wars. Feels like a totally different era. But you can't get bottle rockets in Illinois. You can't get Roman candles in Illinois. But I know plenty of you are going across state lines to get it. Every year, either I or somebody else on my team, we call to neighboring states fireworks stands. The big stands that sometimes they're indoors, they're open 24 hours a day, they're right on across the border, and we ask them how many Illinois driver's license plates they see. And it's always at least 30%, 50%, 55%, more than half. They see Illinois driver's plates in their parking lots. So it begs the question, all the tax revenue that Illinois is missing out on there. So the question to you is, should we legalize fireworks in the state of Illinois? Good morning. You're on WMAY.
Morning, Bishop.
Hey.
The question is, yes, they should legalize them, just like you said, all the tax dollars. But this is the no fun state, and it doesn't involve. It involves having fun, so therefore they will never allow it.
So
Never.
I mean, what's wrong with sparklers? What's wrong with snakes? Those aren't fun.
Yeah, for a 2-year-old. Or maybe a 6-year-old, I guess, not a 2-year-old.
Yeah, I was going to say, keep the 2-year-olds away from the snakes.
Not a 2-year-old for sure. I'm sorry. Don't let your 2-year-olds hold sparklers or light snakes, please.
Right. Yeah, and listen, I mean, I've heard that before, that Illinois is a no-fun state. But, on the flip side, those who oppose legalizing fireworks point to, whatever number of individuals who burn themselves severely or, God forbid somebody blows off an appendage of sorts. But they point to the public safety concerns. But also, in places like Chicago and even here in Springfield, you get people complaining about, private fireworks displays popping off at all times. And you'll hear the fireworks going off at 5 o'clock in the afternoon. You're like, guys, it's not even dark out yet. You're wasting that. You are wasting that. Wait until at least the sun goes down a little bit before you launch your fireworks that you bought over in Missouri. But then it's not just around the 4th of July, it's even after the 4th of July. So it's always interesting to see what kind of police reports there are during 4th of July, if they showed up to a fireworks display, and, if they reacted to it or actually issued some citations or whatever the case may be. But you've got individuals worried about the sound and how that could, ruin their evening. You've got individuals worried about the public safety aspect of it. But I want to hear from you at 217-629-7970. Should fireworks be legal in Illinois? And I'm talking about, the consumer level fireworks that you don't have to get a permit for from, the city, for instance. Should fireworks be legal in the state of Illinois? Somebody on YouTube says, yes. Let's see here. Nothing worth celebrating anymore. I'm planning a huge party with Creepy Joe and Hunter. Go to the Gray Bar Hotel. Okay, I don't know what that is, but anyways, let's get some more of your thoughts. Should fireworks be legal in the state of Illinois? 217-629-7970. One last call here before the news. Good morning. You're on WMAY. What's up?
Hey, as far as like legal fireworks, there's a town that solved that problem. They did a huge display, one of a kind. They made the largest snake display ever.
What?
They live in Colorado.
So what do you mean the largest snake display? Was it just like a huge disc that they lit on fire with a blowtorch? And what did it? I'm gonna have to look this up.
It was in South Park.
Oh,
The large charcoal snake.
I don't remember that episode.
You got to look it up.
Listen, my wife, Megan, is an encyclopedic knowledge of South Park, so if she's listening right now, she probably knew I was getting trolled, and it was a South Park episode. We just recently pulled up the James Cameron South Park episode where he went into the depths to bring the bar back up. There's so much gold in South Park, and they're so prescient. It's like they got a crystal ball, right? And they could just see the future. I love it. All right, appreciate the call. We'll get more of your calls after the break. Should Illinois legalize fireworks? All right, 217-629-7970. Again, 217-629-7970. That's the phone number here. So stay tuned. We'll get to your calls in just moments on WMA. Back taking your calls on whether or not Illinois should legalize fireworks beyond just the sparklers and snakes. You want the big stuff, or do you? 217-629-7970. That's the phone number where you can chime in live and local. Again, 217-629-7970. Got comments on YouTube saying Chicago's big on safety. Somebody else saying they're trying to take away our Second Amendment rights. I doubt fireworks are coming back. LOL. Others saying they're trying to take away Second Amendment rights. I highly doubt fireworks coming back. It's for the kids, someone else says. So, yeah, what do you think? Should Illinois allow for fireworks to be bought? Because I know people who do go across state lines and they buy fireworks anyways. And that tax dollar is going to out of state instead of being kept here in Illinois. So what do you think? 217-629-7970. Let's go ahead and get those calls lined up. I got full phone lines, getting those all queued up here. So please be patient. You're up first. Good morning. You're on WMAY.
Look, I'm totally in favor of, people want to buy any kind of fireworks they want. They should allow to. The issue that I have is I want it to be controlled in terms of locations. It shouldn't be in residential areas just because you want to do fireworks or, blow your genitals off because you just can't help but love 4th of July so much. That's your business. But, I'm a disabled veteran. I don't want to hear that crap when I'm trying to go to sleep in my house. And so there should be zoned areas for where you can use that stuff. And not so much concerned about, who can buy it.
Yeah, and not just the zone where people can do it, but also the time that people can do it, right? Because you don't want fireworks going off at 10 o'clock at night or at midnight or at 2 o'clock in the morning. That sounds like a decent compromise, right?
Yeah, no, look, it's just like music, right? Like, I love music. I just don't love music at 2 o'clock in the morning when I'm trying to sleep and I'm trying to get my 3-year-old daughter to bed.
Right on. No, I appreciate that. 217-629-7970. So, yes, that caller wants fireworks, but with some restrictions as to time and location. Seems like an interesting compromise. 217-629-7970. You're up next. Your thoughts?
Yeah, I think we should definitely have them legal, but get permits. And I don't know about the zoning. I don't know how you're going to be able to do that, but light them off at 9 and be done by 11.
So, yeah, you want permits. Well, people can get permits, and that's kind of part of the process in Illinois is, you got municipalities across the state that light off all kinds of different huge displays of fireworks. I mean, there's a whole list of, displays that are available for the 4th of July weekend here in Springfield and the surrounding area. So there is a permitting process, but as far as the individual out there to be able to go out and purchase and set those off, that's illegal.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about. We get permits for individual people. At least it gives them, I think it's going to control it to some degree, and you're not going to have a bunch of people just going out and buying the big fireworks.
Right on. I appreciate the call. 217-629-7970 is the phone number. Let's get another one in here. Good morning. Your thoughts? Should we legalize fireworks in the state of Illinois? Good morning.
Yeah, 100%. I think we should legalize them. I think for far too long we've allowed our government to cave to fractional minorities, groups of people, in the opinions. So I don't think we'll ever get them back. But I mean, it's the celebration of America, people. I mean, it's Freedom Week. We just got rid of Jim Leach. I think it should be the biggest fireworks show ever.
All right. Hey, Jim left on his own accord. Nobody got rid of Jim, and best to him on his future endeavors. But no, got you down. All right, so legalizing fireworks, 217-629-7970. That's the phone number. Let's get your calls in and find out where you stand on this issue. You can also email bishoponair@gmail.com, or you can even comment on YouTube where people are talking about bigger bang for your buck. Maybe if they had something like a car show where they can get together and have fireworks type show, and that type of stuff does happen. Like I said, I mean, you've got municipalities across the state and in the region that get the permits in place and the professionals to put together the displays and the fire crews to make sure that everything's above board. You've got even the issues around droughts that could impact fireworks displays. So let's hear from you at 217-629-7970 about whether or not fireworks should be legalized in the state of Illinois. Good morning. You're on WMAY.
Hey, Greg, that was nice that McNeil's gone, too. Bye, buddy.
All right. Got you down. But where do you stand on the fireworks issue? All right. Yep. That's interesting. People just want to chime in on hosts finding different opportunities elsewhere. So I'm still here, and I'm taking your phone calls live and local at 217-629-7970. Fireworks, should they be legal in the state of Illinois? Again, 217-629-7970. I grew up in the suburbs of St. Louis in Missouri, and it was always a yearly thing. We'd go to the fireworks stand. We'd, buy a couple of dozen different types of fireworks, ranging from, Roman candles to grosses of bottle rockets to some of those cannon type things that you can launch, and the little parachute things that come down. And we would launch them all throughout the 4th of July and Independence Day holiday. And we'd do it in the middle of the day. We'd do it from our driveway. In the backyard, you could sit back and see just the incredible numbers of displays that are all across the neighborhood. So yeah, fireworks, should they be legal in the state of Illinois? Good morning. You're on WMAY.
Yes. I'm 100% for fireworks to be legal in the state of Illinois, because when I was a kid, I couldn't get them and I missed them out. And I have to go to Indiana to buy them.
Well, and that's not the only place people are going, right? I mean, they go to Missouri, they go to Kentucky, and these states have permanent fireworks stands set up right along the border looking for that out-of-state dollar, and they get that out-of-state dollar quite a bit. Appreciate the call. 217-629-7970 is the phone number. Somebody else on YouTube saying, well, around Pontiac, everyone seems to set off illegal fireworks all year. Cops don't seem to care. And one of the things that we always hear from at least local police every year is, they get X number of calls about fireworks displays, not being sanctioned, but by the time police show up to a location, people are done setting off fireworks, and it's hard to, unless you go into their backyard, which I think you'd probably need a warrant for. I don't know. It gets a little bit more difficult to, prosecute such a thing because, fireworks display, somebody's personal display might last less than 10 minutes. So, that's how it goes from there. If you can't catch them in the act, then it might be a little bit difficult. It depends on the local law enforcement and how they respond to it. But you do have a lot of people who go out of state to buy fireworks and bring them back here to Illinois and set them off. And should that be legal? Because right now it's not. You've got a whole host of regulations in place and safety concerns and noise concerns. So obviously it's it's a debate that is an annual tradition here in the state to find out whether or not fireworks should be allowed in the state of Illinois. I would love to hear from you. You can email me, bishoponair@gmail.com. You can find me on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter. Just search Bishop On Air, and we can connect that way.